In this video, I'm making a two-part wooden scoop, a turn bowl and a turn handle. Here's a quick look at the final result, and a few clips from the build. I decided to make this scoop from two separate pieces, because working this way lets me size everything exactly the way I want. The bowl can be just the right volume, and the handle can be as long as the intended use requires. First, I start with the bowl. I'm using a cylindrical blank I had prepared earlier, and its diameter is already close to the size I want for the scoop. Now we start roughing out the outside shape of the bowl, just to establish the basic profile. We need to leave enough material at the base so the blank stays stable for the next steps, drilling the center hole and hollowing out the inside. To reduce the amount of material we'll need to remove with chisels later, we first drill a hole into the bowl. We need to be careful not to drill too deep, because that could leave the walls too thin or even break through the side of the bowl. Once the hole is drilled, we can start shaping the inside of the bowl using a few different chisels. Once we're happy with the inside of the bowl, we move on to refining the outside. Here we try to keep the wall as even and as thin as the design allows, so the finished bowl doesn't end up too heavy. Next, we shape the rim of the bowl, giving it a smooth, rounded profile. Before we cut the bowl free from the base, we sand the outside with an angle grinder to get a smooth, clean surface. Now we can use the parting tool to separate the bowl from the base, making sure to hold it firmly so it doesn't slip out of our hands and get damaged. Since there's still some material left on the bottom, we mount the bowl from the inside so we can clean up the remaining outside surface. To finish it off, we give the outside of the bowl one final sanding. With the bowl finished, we've completed the first part of the scoop. Now we can move on to the second part, shaping the handle. Since I'll be using this scoop to reach into deeper containers, I decided to make the handle a bit longer to suit that purpose. For the handle blank, I started with a 1/2-inch square piece of wood. Using a gouge chisel, I turn the square blank into a rough round shape. Next, using a skew chisel, we shape the final form of the handle. I personally prefer more traditional shapes, but of course everyone can design their handle however they like, with decorative details that reflect their own style. On one end of the handle, we shape a shoulder that will allow the handle to be mounted onto the bowl. Once the shaping is done, I sand the entire handle using an angle grinder. Of course, both the bowl and the handle can be sanded with regular sandpaper or a sanding sponge instead of an angle grinder. It all depends on what you have available. We also shape a nice rounded end on the handle. For decoration, I added a few small grooves to the handle and burned them black using a piece of wire. I carefully reduce the end of the handle to the exact diameter of the hole that will be drilled into the bowl, as this will allow the two parts to fit together securely. With this, the second part of the scoop of the handle is also finished, and we can now separate it from the base. All that's left to do is sand off the excess material on both ends of the handle. Both main parts are now finished, so we can move on to the next step, assembling and gluing the bowl and the handle together. We drill a hole in the bowl that matches the diameter of the tenon at the end of the handle. To ensure the shoulder of the handle fits perfectly against the bowl, we sand down the curve of the bowl so that the contact area becomes flat. Now, we need to adjust the length of the tenon. As you can see, it extends a bit too deep into the inside of the bowl. As you can see, the two parts now fit together perfectly, so we can move on to the next step, which is gluing. For the glue up, I'm using standard wood glue. I apply an even layer on the tenon, making sure the entire surface is covered so the joint will hold firmly. Then I carefully bring both parts together and take a moment to align them properly. This step is important because once the glue starts to set, there's very little room for adjustment. When everything sits exactly where it should, I press the pieces together and let the glue do its job. Once the glue is fully dry, the scoop is ready to use. This scoop is left completely unfinished, making it ideal for dry food like flour, rice, or sugar. No oils, waxes, or finishes, just natural wood. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe.